Ow.
Yippee.
Welcome everybody to another Monster Mash. Now, this might be a little bit weird. If you guys caught it last night, there we go, that's a word I was looking for. We had one. And it was less than useless. Rolls were awful on my end, rolls were great on this end. On their end, I determined nothing about the creature. So, we're gonna take another crack at it. I'm your ever humble host, BB, Big Brother, Jake, whatever you want to call me. And I am joined by my hoodlums, my hooligans, whatever we want to call them. I'm going to go ahead and introduce them real quick, and they can introduce their characters. So, we will of course start with my partner in crime, the guy who makes my most of my D&D 5e creatures, Blue.
Oh. Listen,
Blue. So
I'm
you
sorry.
actually changed your character for this.
Yeah, so Gatsu's going on a pure retirement from now on, and that's just because that's who he is. I am bringing forth a reincarnated bard that is no longer a bard. He is now a blood rager due to a recent death that he had, because this is a character in a different campaign. And basically he's here to figure out, because I need to test how blood rager works and how poor it might be for me.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We are also, as always, joined by my good buddy, Bud Gutty, Decaf.
It's BB No Money, obviously.
He's popular apparently right now on Twitter. He's like promoting a bunch of artists to be like, hey, stop using AI art.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So, you want to give us a quick rundown on who you're playing?
So the artwork would provide you the obviousness of ancestry to be a fetchling, but that's just because Alexandrina Sebastiane was built as a fetchling. Brought to you by BB's Monster Mondays.
Yeah,
Wow.
Monster Mondays, Full Build Fridays. You can check out. That was the latest one. A lot of very fun build. I gotta build some more ZZZ characters. Specifically the one that launches her pet boars at people.
Yeah.
We are also, as always, the other series regular with us tonight. We have Shy.
Oh, well, hello there. Now, I do have a quick question.
Yes. What's the question?
You specifically want to build the one that launches boars at people. Are you going to turn them into a golem
No.
that juggles them?
No. These boars explode.
Oh.
But who are you playing this evening, Shy? What your little pink and blonde anime girl here?
Oh, that was yesterday. Today, I'm playing a pink and blonde anime girl from Fire Emblem Fates. No.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, just doing the same thing as I did yesterday. Made a couple small adjustments to some spell slots, but for those who maybe don't know, this is Elise from Fire Emblem Fates of the Norian royalty. It's basically a cleric / healer, specifically from Nor.
Okay.
Wow.
And if you know Fire Emblem and starting classes, well, they'd know about one thing, and that is heal until later. So we'll see if that's exactly what I do or not.
All right. So we got
Spoilers, that's exactly what I do.
Cleric of Saren Ray, and then rounding out the squad, we've got Vorthis. And now, Vorthis, you're playing a character you played last night, but you've made some changes.
Correct. So I'm playing the Gwendol form from Trail through Daybreak. And instead of playing it as a rogue, I'm going to try this one out as a monk.
Awesome. Well, let's see how that all shakes out. Your party has been charged with taking out a bandit gang that has taken over a town. You've eliminated much of the forces, but as you come running in through this palisade, you are treated to the sight of a, we'll say minimally dressed, but rugged-looking individual. She wastes little time on words with you, simply snarling, "You again!" And from there, we're just going to go straight into initiative.
I've never met you in my life, but there's no one.
Again? Wait a minute. I thought that was a dream.
It was it was a nightmare for her.
So, as part of rolling initiative,
Oh.
this was actually
Oh yeah. As part of rolling initiative, I will bow. Rage.
so.
Alright.
Dumas triggers his quick tempered, and the Werebulette triggers her savage change. So you see her form crack and twist, flesh splitting, bones stretching, skin turning into thick, almost elephantine hide and scales, and suddenly standing before you is not the woman that you chased in here, but a hulking mass of fangs and muscle.
Woo!
So let's roll some initiative.
Is that how you celebrate when you see her? Is you see
Ooh,
this
natural
like
20.
wheel screen?
Hey, rolls are
Hell
going
yeah.
better than they were last night already.
Well, shit.
Listen, Elise.
Put yourself
It's a
back in.
giant, strong woman. Of course, I'm going to do this.
Alright, Elise.
All right, at least
Least I'm
let's
honest.
go ahead and get some initiative in there for you. Ooh, once again,
Oh
I
my
think just like
God.
last night, Elise, you are the first to act. However,
Ah, I have wisdom.
there is something that we can't
Uh-oh.
forget, because our Werebulette here used revolting change,
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
which means I'm going to need a will save from every one of you. As you see her body twist and take on its new shape.
I think I just succeeded.
You failed.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh man.
As did Elise. Alright, so you see this creature take on this shape, and the sight of it, the sort of horror at the change, leaves you both sickened.
Still hot.
And I will say, as she changes into this new form, which here, you know what? Let me show the art. I gotta show off Useless Bums or Seth Monster's art, as whichever name he goes by. And
Seth,
as she
usually.
changes, she unleashes a mighty, earth-shaking roar.
Kind of Monster Hunter. Hold up.
That is Monster Hunter. I'm trying to remember if I can name that screech right off my head.
Well, let's
They
go
all
ahead
blend together for me.
begin the encounter with Elise.
Uh-oh. Well, my
Alright,
brother
well.
did quiet.
Uh-oh, what?
Oh, it was the scream. It was too
The
much.
queen, the queen was quiet, my brother.
Well,
He wasn't ready.
I'm getting back in.
you've got 3 rounds. You've got 3 turns. So, all right, everybody, quick, before he gets back, let's see if we can...
Also, is there 2 combat themes going right now?
Let me see.
I see
Yeah, why
combat
is that-
music and the great. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
You might have it set up in a way where when you play that sound, it starts the music for it.
Maybe. Elise, what do you want to do?
Well, I've started with Bless.
Okay. Reasonable.
Different than yesterday. Yesterday was Benediction.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now, over the edge of the horse.
You remain sick.
I didn't do so good.
Is your horse going to trot forward at all?
Does my horse need to make a will save?
I guess technically it should have. Yes.
All right, hang on.
All right.
All right,
horse
my
is
horse
also
tries.
sickened.
Oh no, he can't. It'd be an action only stride. Never mind. My horse suffers with me.
Oh, the poor horse.
We'll move to. Wait. We'll move to here.
Okay. that does bring us to the Werebulette. Let's see. Okay.
Jump right into my arms, please.
Yeah, maybe not the best of tactics. Letting you guys get 3 action strikes off and such. But what she is going to do is she is going to go for a leaping charge. So this requires a long jump,
She doesn't have to.
but she's going to.
Damn. I tried.
This
I'm
requires
sorry,
a
guys.
long jump,
I appreciate it.
and when you do a long jump, you do a stride first. So, she is going to stride up. Actually, you know what? Let me measure. I want to be just... Wow, really? Right there. That doesn't seem right. I wish I could see how far she's moving. All right. 1.5. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that says it's only 25 feet. She can go a tiny bit further. Right, so she strides, thundering forward, and as she comes to here, perfect, she is going to leap. So she attempts an athletics check. Whoops, which we forgot to adjust. Change that real quick.
Oh, yeah.
So she springs forward.
I could probably quit.
Yep. So
What's that
she
against?
she can leap up to 30 feet. So with that being the case, yeah. No, I think it's better if she just goes there. Okay. She leaps forward, slamming into the ground. And because she jumped at least 30 feet as part of leaping charge, she can now attempt 2 claw strikes.
Swing, swing.
And so she's going to do one at Dumas and then one at Grendel, because they both share the same map.
Yeah.
So claw strike number 1,
It's
28 does get you for 18 damage. Grendel, claw strike on you. Nope, let me make sure. This great big claw, larger than your head, comes swinging out at you and rakes across your flesh, dealing only 15 damage. However, she is going to follow that up with an attempt to grapple you.
Oh boy.
So she's going to do an athletics check. Nope. Critical success.
Ah! Oh boy, that's not
So
good.
she comes out, she's got so when she leaps, she spreads both her arms, and as she lands, one hits Dumas, one comes down on Grendel and digs into your flesh, and she restrains you.
Yep.
Okay.
hell yeah.
That is all 3 of her actions, which brings us to Kali.
I'm gonna look over at Dumas and just say, here's a couple of things that should make up for you not feeling well suddenly. And we're going to cast Conductive Weapon.
Ooh.
And again, just to kind of make up for the not feeling well, have a little bit of guidance.
Aw,
What is
thank
Dumas's
you.
weapon? I think I missed that.
I have a katana.
Ah, how weeby of you. All right.
My character is technically from Tianjia.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. He just hasn't been there for 600 years, and he's developed an accent and is French now.
Rendell, it is
we're gonna
your turn. You're
we're gonna
quickened?
attempt to escape. I'm gonna use an unarmed attack to escape.
Okay.
He's quickened for one round.
Alright, do.
Holy fuck.
36.
Yeah, that's a success.
Awesome. Alright, so you probably saw it, but I did use disability as upon initiative, which I am technically quickened for 1 round, and I will use that action to step.
Okay.
We're gonna step there. Then we're going to go into Tiger Stance.
Okay.
Alright, so that one.
2 action, or no, what? 1 action remaining, right?
Yeah, 1 action remaining because I just definitely from the quickened.
Yep.
Yep. And I gonna be kind of harsh with the map. I'm not gonna use flurry of blows, but I am just gonna use a regular strike.
Okay.
And because it's escape, it has map. Yeah, we're gonna. And a miss. Alrighty.
If I may, for your experience with Monk for the future.
Mhm.
I mean, you might as well flurry of blows when the time comes.
Yeah, I figured it's just one of those, like, I'm already experiencing map from the escape, so.
Oh yeah, if you're making what I mean is like for like this specific instance, since you're already making 1 strike, and you're not doing anything else on the from the third action, you might as well just make it
Yeah.
a free -10.
Hey, Elise,
Well,
let
minus
baby's monster live longer than a turd.
Well, yeah, I'm
just
this
that's
is
easy.
for future things.
I am remembering because I play a cleric as well. Guidance doesn't stack with bless because there was status bonuses.
Correct. So you'll want to use it on a saving throw or something. You could actually use it
Yeah.
on your
I mean-
check to clear sickened.
Oh.
You can either use it on that, or if you were to step out of bless to get yourself a flank, then the bless wouldn't work.
This is also
I
true.
already have an action economy that I'm have in mind. I'll probably try to get rid of second soonish, but first let's do the thing that I'm normally doing. Twitch. Actually, wait a minute. Go check conduct a weapon. If the target weapons become shock, if their armor is made of metal. Okay, so yeah. Bullets aren't made out of metal,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I do
I
think that
will.
is a crazy level 1 spell, giving an 8th level rune, even for like 1 minute.
Yee. I will 2-hand draw the katana. Swing.
Okay.
And then I will intimidate because I have raging intimidation.
Now you could also apply the guidance to this
Oh, I will do that. And let me target.
if you didn't want to
her.
apply it to your strike.
Yes. So intimidate, apply guidance. Here we go. And intimidating prowess because I'm strong boy. Ugh.
No, we increased the. I forgot to adjust the saving throws.
No, it takes time.
Oh no, the saving throws are good. Why are they the only ones that are correct?
Oh.
Alright, well that is a critical success, so the Werebulette is frightened 3. Or 2.
Two.
And keep in mind, I also have the lesser dread on my explorer clothing.
Okay.
I didn't remember that. Whatever. Then I will attempt a strike with my Kitanier.
Okay.
And remove. Oh, guidance already removed itself. Okay. Hit.
Yep, and it is not a crit because you're second 1.
Yes. God, these numbers are. Okay, let me make sure everything's correct. Strength is correct. Rage is correct. Specialization. Oh yeah, because I just got level 7. So I'm no different for fucking guts, I suppose, in this moment. And then Blood Rager. So, and that 2 bleed is obviously
I
persistent.
mean, it is a good bit less damage than Guts was dishing out.
Fair enough.
You have a plus 10 compared to the plus 16.
Oh, it was 16. I couldn't
Yes.
remember if it was 10. If it,
It
was
was
10.
plus
I thought it was.
16. Your
Yeah. I
minimum
remembered plus
damage
10.
was 18 yesterday. All right.
Number go big.
Your blade bites into the hide of the Werebulette. Electricity
Why don't
surging.
Why don't you
What's up?
pick on someone your own size? I just smile at her.
Okay.
That's my intimidating.
Elise, it is your turn.
Beautiful. You know what I think I'm gonna do?
No.
Good.
Alright.
No one will ever know. I'm gonna pretend to be a bard today.
Doesn't take her turn. Hell yeah.
We're gonna create benediction.
Oh my god.
I love doing this shit.
Now I don't know how someone managed to do that yesterday, where they created this aura.
I think I just dragged it onto your character specifically.
Yeah, it has to be on your character, not on the
Thank you.
horse.
And now
Just
we're going
remember
to
it's-
expand bless.
Okay.
Sweet.
2
All right, have
hours to
fun.
keep track of. All right, it is the Werebulette's turn.
The horse moved.
I thought.
Let's see. The Werebulette dives into the ground, tearing through the earth with astounding speed. And it is actually
I got
using
nothing.
a specialized action here. It's using something with the Flourish trait. And so it is erupting from the ground back here, using its jaws from beneath. So as it erupts, let's see. It feels weird with like how this ability is themed, targeting Elise because she's on a horse. But she is the person I would like to
You
target.
could target the horse.
I could target the
Oh,
horse. I don't
rude.
want to target the horse,
I even healed you yesterday.
Dude,
I know.
Dude, DDT the horse.
which is why I'll be targeting Callie.
Oh, well, okay, I was kidding, but dang.
Sayonara.
So it erupts from beneath the earth. Its jaws, slavering jaws, opened wide, trying to almost. It seems like it's trying to swallow you whole. But don't worry. The frightened ensures that I will not be able to do anything. Till I spend a hero point or villain point. Alright, I'm gonna cut the difference and give you a regular
Eerie
hit.
flicker.
Excellent. Okay.
Concealment.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's Yep, so you're just gonna be concealed. Ooh, I forget, do you have the awakening yet?
I do.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Oh wait, it doesn't actually do much.
It won't do much in this case because he's
No.
already above that. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I still managed to get you. You are concealed for 1 round, though.
Yep.
So, well, you are going to take damage here, and we're just going to do regular damage. So 22 points of damage as these fangs sink into your flesh. And then as part of Jaws from Beneath, you are going to become grabbed. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Now, I'm going to try to follow this up with a meteoric slam. However, again, you're still concealed.
Mhm.
So despite having you in my jaws, I have to make a concealment check.
Oh.
It's that I'm literally flickering in your grasp, trying to like get through your hands.
Osiris, I'm glad you like it. This is something I made up for a campaign, and I don't know if you caught the one last night. terrible performance. Absolutely garbage. Going much better so far. But let's see if we can't get this meteoric slam off. So let's start with the concealment check. Good on concealment. Now, notably, my jaws do not have the agile trait, and I do have to use them to slam you. So, let's see if we can do this. Okay. Okay. Yep. Manages to go through, so, but it's not a critical success. You know, it's funny, actually, I think it's a combination of Benediction and being frightened too that stopped that from being a critical success.
It was.
See, this is when I love the tight math of Pathfinder. But, so what happens is this thing erupts from the ground beneath you, catches you in its jaws, even as you try to flicker out of existence. As before it even lands, it is turning its body, and it is wrenching its entire body downward to slam you into the ground. Oof. Oh boy. 27 points of damage. And
Don't you have like 1 HP?
you are slammed into the ground so hard that you create a crater that you are stuck in. You are grabbed by this crater. And no longer by the Werebulette. Alright. That does mean the end of the Werebulette's turn. A couple things are going to happen. First off, I take 2 points of bleed. I roll a recovery check. Natural 20.
It won't matter.
No longer bleeding. Next, I roll a will save. What's the DC for your dread plate?
DC 20.
20. Okay. Off by 1. So I don't get to reduce my frightened at all with dread?
No, you can still reduce it, you just can't reduce it below frightened 1.
Below 1. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Kali.
Well, I appreciate you not making that a crit because I would be at 0.
You get a chance to save yourself if you have anything.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't think this thing has any reactions. And thus we're going to just run.
Wait.
Well, escape.
Escape. Yes. Sorry.
If it had
'Cause, yeah, I
reactions,
can't do
I would have
anything.
used them when I drew my sword.
Possibly. Sometimes intelligent creatures don't always just give away their entire hand on the first round.
Too early.
That's silly.
Alright. Acrobatics or athletics, or if you think you have a good unarmed attack.
It would be acrobatics.
Okay. You should actually have a decent acrobatics. Oof.
But no.
Yeah, that's tough luck on the dice. Alright, that is one action.
Yep. I give myself up to just dying here and now. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, hell yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna need a flat check. Because you are grabbed. You struggle to pull yourself out of the ground. You can't quite pull free, but you get a hand free, and as you get that hand free, you throw it up, and a lance of lightning leaps from your palm. And I will make a reflex save. Here we go. Okay, success, but not a crit success. It was a very good roll.
Half damage.
Some solid damage. Alright. The lightning bolt tears through the Werebulette, which stumbles back slightly. However, with that, your turn ends, and as it does, you bleed out.
I should no longer be quickened, only for a round. Alrighty, let's see here. We're just gonna straight up.
Callie,
What?
the turn order?
What is this? That thing that's
Okay,
kind of
hold
like
on.
behind.
That is a gate.
Yep.
That is
these
one of the. I need to ask
were,
about
like,
something because this is a
gates
spell
that-
that I would have against,
Yeah. What you got?
but I don't know. Da, 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 da.
Breath of Life.
Well, that seems a little early. Uh, this seems like a weird use of it, but this is exactly something this character would do,
Okay.
knowing what I know about them.
You got me intrigued.
Oh, and the target? That's stupid.
Uh-oh.
Never. I was going to use Martyr's Intervention, but the target themselves becomes wounded one as well. That's not really worth it.
Well, I mean, it would stop her from going down.
Well, yeah, but I can just pick her up on my turn. Like, that's...
Okay.
And then she'll go immediately. Like...
That is
Alright.
fair. Okay. Then Grendel.
Unfortunately, like...
Right. So the reason I'm asking is if I can get like here and get the flank or not, because I assume that's a fence.
Yeah, not from there. That's a solid door, solid like gate.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fighting one at least. So, guess if I can get down here, I suppose.
Yep.
It's
You can.
fine.
You definitely can.
Alright, so we're gonna move up to there.
Okay.
We'll do the flurry of blows. Good old
Okay.
flurry. So here's attack number 1.
So you step up, your tiger claws at the ready, you swing out. Oof.
Ooh, that natural 1, no.
Yep. But you rolled a hero point.
I did. You know, I'm just gonna use it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Holy fuck.
What a change. And between Frightened and Bless, that is a critical hit.
Alright, here comes the quit.
Spooky.
What a turnaround.
Oh.
Alright, so this is going to be going to increase its bleed damage.
Yep.
Solid blow. So there's already like scars in this thing, so you like strike out and you like catch one of these scars and you just rip it open further.
Yeah, oh yeah. And also, I believe it needs to make a fortitude save.
It does.
What?
It does indeed. I'm feeling pretty good about this fortitude save. Let's see how it
Mhm.
goes. Success.
Alright. Oh, exactly a success. Lucky
Exactly
you.
a success, yes.
Here comes number 2 from Flurry.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, even with the penalties, that is going to be a miss.
Alright, so that was 2 actions, 1 action remaining. Can't prepare to aid because that required, I believe, 2 actions to aid.
Nope. Taking an
For
action
aid,
to
it'd be
aid
1.
is only 1.
It's only 1. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that to try to aid Callie out of the ground.
Ooh, okay. So
Yep.
next time Callie can act, you're going to try to help her escape the grab that the earth has on her.
Yep.
Love it.
That'll be my turn.
Dumas.
Hi. Trying to look up rules how to remove someone else from the escape. You could, when shoving directly away from you, can I shove diagonal like this?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could allow that.
All right. I will first not use the ruler tool, instead use the grabber tool to move myself.
Okay.
I will change grip to one hand so that I have a free hand so that I can shove. And I will attempt
Now,
to shove.
I do want to
Yeah.
point out, you are attempting to remove the grab condition by shoving her through the earth.
Shoving her out of the earth to here.
The whole, like, you remain grabbed until, like, you move or the creature moves or something is
Yeah.
specific to, like, the grapple action.
Ah. I suppose there are unique instances when terrain can, other than just this ability, can hold you.
Mm-hmm.
Then is it possible I can make an escape check for her, or would I have to just give her an aid?
That is an interesting question. Typically you have to, like, a character has to make their own escape check. And unfortunately, I do kind of want to stick to the rules here. for testing this.
I think
Okay.
that is what that normally would be. Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think I have to use one action to give an action or to give an aid in combat using my reaction on her
Correct.
turn.
Now, it is also
So
worth
I will
pointing out,
do.
Grendel just was like, I'm going to aid Callie to escape.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was looking up the rules and completely wasn't listening when that was. It became white noise to me when that started to happen.
Right. I do and I my third and final action. So.
All right, then instead I would have just moved up. Could I just give myself an action so I can regrip my katana?
Switch it to one-handed?
Well, no, I went to one-handed just now with the actions, but
Oh,
like
I mean, I was
this.
going to say, like, we can walk this back.
Okay, yeah,
With the assumption
yeah, that's what I
that
want.
your character at least was paying attention to what was going on, even if the player wasn't.
All right, so instead of that, I will use one of my actions then to walk up. I will attempt to remove the sickened. To which, do I just make a fortitude save standard?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Didn't know
Yep,
if
it's
I could do
against the
something
effect
special.
that triggered it. 23 does not get you there.
That's fine. I will then swing on the big girl, to which, oh, the bless. That's why my number's good.
Yep.
I just accidentally clicked the wrong fucking button. Give me back my sword. 33.
Very nice hit. Some solid damage in there.
Yeah. To which I think she now has 1d4 plus 2 bleed damage. I'm not sure how.
Nope, you only
multiple
ever take the
instances of
highest
bleed.
value of bleed.
Oh, so. Okay.
The 1d4 supersedes the 2.
Unless the 2 is higher than the rolled d4.
Interesting. We'll talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Elise! I see your name and I think of the spider
Oh.
lady from League.
Nowhere near
I
as
mean,
sexy.
I don't think this character. Yeah, I would hope not. I don't think this character is probably
appreciate this.
anywhere near that style.
Also, probably a child.
I'm
Let's
gonna
not
be
talk
honest.
about it.
I
Let's
don't
keep going.
actually know how old this character is. They make her sound like she's older than she actually is. It's a little weird, but yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
It's
Anyway.
okay. Yep.
Kind of, yeah, but video games in general, yeah.
All right,
Anyways,
so you saw one of
moving
your
on from that.
friends fall. You saw her give one last blast of electricity before she succumbed to her wounds. What?
Oh, I was ready
Healer.
to help
What'd
her
you like to
out.
do?
It's just a matter.
Yeah,
Well, take a wild guess with a cleric spell here.
you're going to full heal her with 2 actions.
That's the goal. So let's find out if that indeed happens. We're gonna go ahead and start with, well, shockingly enough, exactly that. So skadoosh, skadoosh, skadoosh. There's so many things.
Healing surges from your hands. Ooh,
That was less than I would like.
I mean, it's a rough roll, but that still almost full heals her. You are, what, 8 away from full health with that decaf?
All right, and then,
Increase benediction, increase bless, do something else.
Ooh, okay. Question.
Yeah.
That's to that. That's to that. Aid is a circumstance.
Yes, it is a circumstance bonus.
Have some guidance.
Ooh, very nice. All right, Callie, you awaken, dazed and aching, but alive. You see your friend standing over you, but you also see the looming visage of this drooling, slobbering beast,
Yep.
as well as a
He's no
werebulette.
good.
Hey, wait a
His
minute. Hold
damage.
on. Which one's which?
I mean, we've heard Dumas's commentary
the
about the
Werebulette.
lady.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Listen, you do what you want.
Look, I'm just saying I feel very vulnerable right now as a lady who has been recently unconscious on the ground.
Right.
So, what do you want to start
Two
with?
strong men trying to help you out.
I'm ready with a reaction to give aid.
Don't forget to apply guidance as well.
Let's see here. Yep. Bup, bup, bup. I think this might just have to be a setup round. I'm gonna actually start with attempting to get out of here again.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
I will give aid with. I guess I'll use the unarmed strike part of it.
Sure.
Because that's
Yep.
like my best bonus. So here comes that.
So Grendel aid first. Ooh. That is a critical success. Plus 2 from aid.
Okay.
Ooh.
32.
32. Well, would it be 34 with the guidance?
Nope, that accounted for everything.
Oh, did it? Okay, it factored that in there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
32 is a regular success. So,
Beautiful.
you managed to wrench yourself free of the crater you were slammed
Whoa.
into.
Wait, doesn't it? The +2, so 34?
Yeah,
He
it's
said
not
that's
in.
factored in there.
I don't think
Oh,
how.
I-
It's circumstance bonus, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't see it in the roll there. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
so
like
then
dexterity.
stand
Yeah.
and move.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Werebulette. And I think after getting hurt, oh yeah, it's a good thing we brought up Callie, because that bleed would have made surviving hard. But I think after that crit, the Werebulette rounds upon Grendel. Malice in its eyes and fangs full of hunger. It strikes at you, starting with the Jaws strike. Here we go. Oh boy.
Hmm.
I am rolling much better than last night. We're gonna have to take like an aggregate between these two sessions to see how the monster actually fares.
Yeah, it's okay, BB. We don't care.
50
oh
damage.
my god.
No.
All right. That was its first action. For its second action, it's going to come
Interesting.
at you with a.
Can I-
Yes, sorry.
Use my life connection.
On me.
I thought you had that on Dumas.
Yeah, you have it on me.
Oh no, that's right. That's right. That was hitting Grendel. I forgot that I had swapped it. Never mind.
Could have cast it twice.
We're going to do a claw strike on
No, I
Grendel
couldn't have.
now.
I am a prepared caster. I prepared it one time.
Gotcha.
Silly fool.
Oh, yep.
With 15 damage. So you are still up.
Yes, I am.
And then we're going to follow that up with a check to grab you. Those numbers are wrong. It's applying map for some reason. Okay, I'm just going to roll athletics then.
Right.
Ooh,
Still
23 probably doesn't get you though.
Not quite. You're off by 1 there.
Okay. It's because of
Yeah,
this
fine.
damned frightened.
Fuck you.
Alright,
I
takes
need to
4
check my
points
will
of bleed damage from the crit. Roll recovery check. Okay, bleed's gone. At least until
Ah.
one of you hits me again. Will save. Here we go. Nope, still frightened. The
No
dread
button.
armor. It's again failed by 1.
Yep.
Alright, Grendel. You got
Oh.
walloped. But
Yeah, I
you're
did.
still standing.
I'm still gonna try to wallop it back. I wish I could get a flank off, but I really can't with it in the way in the gate.
How's your acrobatics?
Jump over the gate.
Ah.
Yeah, tumble through.
I guess I could try that. Yeah, tumble through. Yeah, let's do a tumble through. So
Sure.
we'll do
Will the
acrobatics.
tumble through be useful?
If I move 1 space up next turn, I'll get a flank.
I was gonna say because that won't help for that. Yeah.
It gets him in position. It's a setup.
Yeah, it's a setup. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
I mean, I could also
I don't
just move
need-
on my turn as well. So
yeah. Let's attempt to tumble through it.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Acrobatics. What the? Hold on. Need
You're
to
a monk.
look up-
You have actions to spare.
Yeah, that. There's one thing I want to look up here because I'm getting a bonus from something. No, I don't.
Alright.
No, I'm not getting a bonus, but it's because I'm actually trained or expert in it. There we
Okay.
go.
So this is going to be reflex DC.
Yep.
Actually, there's
23?
something. 23. Because of frightened, that is exactly a success.
All right.
Also, okay, nope, I'm safe. If you were
Nope.
2 levels higher, your strikes would be silver.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right. So that's one action. Here's another action for Flow Your Blow.
Okay. First one's a hit.
Yep.
And roll the second one before rolling damage, because
Oh, sorry.
that's fine. I guess it doesn't super matter because it doesn't have like resistances and stuff, but technically.
I get what you mean.
And because of frightened, that is exactly a hit. Well, because of frightened and bless, yeah.
Let's go.
Plus ones, man.
I know.
In clutch. Alright. The Werebulette, while its scarred form made it difficult to tell in the first place, is clearly bloodied at this point.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Last action. What do? Last action. What do?
You could do another aid.
Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You could aid a strike on it.
Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna aid for strike. I want if you might like stand up. I want to aid his strike.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like
even on
from
the
behind.
ground.
Like if I can like distract it from behind.
Yeah, alright. Let's see if you guys can pull it off. So, 2 bleed damage to
Alright.
Grendel. And then it'll be Dumas's turn.
Excellent. No.
Okay.
First, I will attempt to bomb it.
Okay.
Hell
Comet, Comet. Alright, you are cleared of sickened.
yeah. Alright, I'm over it. You're hot again. I move up.
Alright,
Oh,
move
well,
into a flank. Grendel, go ahead and give me that aid.
All right. You Tiger Call strike for it.
Success.
Alright, yep, that is technically a critical success.
Oh,
Going by the baseline
Excellent.
rules of DC 15.
excellent.
So.
Um,
You got a +2
So-
on this.
Plus
is
2
what
circumstance.
circumstance? So higher than that. What does off guard give?
Off guard is a
Oh.
penalty to my AC.
So I'm effectively having +2, +1, -2 to you, a +5 to this, roughly. Cool.
+6.
What?
Because frightened
What?
and off guard stack.
Oh yeah, I forgot to frighten.
Yeah. That it can't get rid
Sayonara.
of because of my armor.
That's gotta be a crit. Ooh, no, almost. Oh wait, did you apply the circumstance bonus from the
Not
aid?
to the standard roll.
Then that would be a 34. And that is
Yeah.
a critical hit.
Nice. Waka kapow.
Let's see if you can
Ching!
finish this thing off. Ooh, deadly
Probably not,
trait.
but-
Doing some work there.
Yeah. And
She
because I have
still
crit spec,
stands.
off guard. Yeah, off guard until the start of my next turn.
Okay, she's off guard to everybody. So casters, even if you're not flanking, if you want to try to get off some crits there or some spell attacks, now's a good time to do so. Speaking of, Elise,
Got a chance to cast my spells.
strike her down.
You're right. Let me show you my multi-classing here and 4th rank fireball. No.
Fireball.
We're gonna have another heal spell
Mm.
Whoa.
on Grendel.
That's for the Werebulette.
Bro.
I mean, it's still 46 damage. You are undoing all my hard work.
I have to. You're making me spend precious 4th rank slots.
Alright, that was 2 actions.
Mhm.
What else would you like to do?
We're going to expand benediction,
Mhm.
so that I don't have two weird circles, and then we're gonna let the horse make a strike.
Ooh, interesting. Horse is acting. Okay. Let's see if horse can do anything. Anything at
Gonna
all.
kick it.
It is frightened and off guard.
Yeah. Yep. It's got a -3 to AC right now. And your horse has a +1 from being blessed. But a -1 from being second.
Yeah, but a -1 from Siggin still. Yeah,
But hey, 14's gonna get you
let's
there.
frickin' go.
That is a hit. Your horse rears up.
It might not
and
be a ton, but I'm gonna
strikes out
take it.
with a hoof. Dealing
Whap.
8 damage. Hey, every little bit.
I wasn't
Holly.
expecting. It was more emotional damage than it was anything else.
You see the Werebulette take a
Damn.
hoof to the eye, its head snapping backwards before it snarls at its potential prey. You're back on your feet. What do you want to do?
We are gonna tell it to say, you should probably deal with them and not target me any further.
Ooh. Commemoration. This is kind of a neat one. I like this one.
And
'Cause
then
it
following that,
hurts them even getting close to you.
exactly. Then following that, just in case, we're gonna sudden bolt.
Okay. There's a sudden rumble of thunder, sudden crash before it streaks down from the heavens. The Werebulette tries to dodge, tries to leap out of the way.
Ooh.
Succeeds, but not critically.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Alright. The Werebulette is mortal.
That is all 3 actions.
Okay. 1 point of bleed to Kali. The Werebulette's focus is now on Dumas
Hi.
after that gnarly crit.
That we shut up.
But what it's going to do is, knowing that nobody in this party has reactive strikes, at least not that it's noticed, is it suddenly leaps up and dives back into that hole it made.
All right, I'm gonna reveal the last second reactive strike my horse has. No,
It's going to emerge here. And it's using its jaws from beneath once more. So it tries to catch this long snake man in her fanged maw. I'm feeling much better about this one, guys.
Ow.
Only 44 this time. Claws clamp down.
is it
upon you.
allowed to be that close, BB?
What's that?
I mean, it was, like 15 feet away, 10 feet away. Now it's like closer to me.
Oh.
Oh, right. You're right. It needs to make the save. Can you throw that up in chat so I can just click the DC?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. You know what? It probably didn't understand what you were doing because it's not terribly intelligent.
Mhm.
All right. It's gonna get a success, so that is still half damage.
Which I believe at this level that is 4d4. I
Yeah.
am
Mm.
kind of shocked there's not like a button on the actual spell
Yeah,
itself. So
I don't know why
fine.
that doesn't
Be
exist
that
there.
way. Well, I'm gonna say it is sonic damage
A
for
rumble of thunder.
3 points
Okay.
of how dare you.
It reels
Ooh, my
unsuspecting.
brain.
It's not even quite certain what just happened to it. But it does go through with a strike, catches Dumas McGee, and is once more going to attempt a meteoric slam.
What?
Did it do damage or did
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
did
grab?
44.
Oh, I didn't see that because of the.
Murmuration.
Yep, it's right above the murmuration.
Yeah, that's what I was. Thank you. I'm gonna life connection the murmuration, The,
Ooh.
the life connection.
Hero point.
So I heal
Defend
44?
life. How do I use that? Well, that's not how you do it.
You just say you use it, and I'll remove my thing. And I heal 44, and you take the 44. I believe.
I after calculating the amount of
I
damage
thought
the
you could only
target
use
would
it.
take,
Yeah.
I lose an equal number of hit points, and you take none of it.
Wow.
I could. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. That's what it was.
So you don't take 44, so you'll heal it up if you took it, and then I take the
Oh.
44.
Dorime.
Now, it is
Enjoy your
worth
persistent-
noting that the jaw strike was still a success, so
Yes.
you are still grabbed.
That's fine.
She's got
Put me in
you
the fucking ground.
in her teeth, and she's gonna, as I said, follow this up with a meteoric slam. So another jaw strike here, which does not work.
Can't get them all.
And actually, because meteoric slam, the effect is, regardless of whether the strike is successful or not, the Werebulette immediately releases its hold on the target.
Let me go, bitch.
So it tries to do the same thing you saw it do to Kali. However, you are shielded by Elise, and maybe balked by this and the sonic damage ringing through its head. Its grip ends up slipping as it tries to slam you into the earth.
Listen,
Grendel.
Bill, if you want to bite me, buy me dinner first,
Alright.
at least.
We're gonna do.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Let me see if I don't just die from the bleed. Nope.
Oh.
I'm hanging on by a thread, baby.
All right. You need
I
to make
really
a will
want it to
save
last
it's
one more
within
round.
30 feet of me.
Okay.
Hey,
there we go.
You're no longer frightened.
No longer frightened.
Alright. No longer fighting. Okay.
I'm free.
Either way.
It's one more turn, or for my turn.
Anyway, I got one more ability that I have not used yet.
Ooh. I've used all
Flying
my
kick.
abilities.
I'm gonna do flying kick.
Hey, there we go.
Right here, and I'm gonna like leap over to Mars, and I'm gonna try to bonk
Can
it
you?
right there. Yep.
Okay.
we
Can
go.
you do that? I'm 10 feet tall. Can you? jump
Sailing
that?
over your shoulder or
Yeah,
something.
but you can move through allies' spaces.
Oh,
Why not leap
I don't
through
know.
their
I
spaces?
saw some people arguing on Reddit again earlier today about jumping through people.
Well, that's where you went wrong. You went to
Yeah,
Reddit.
that's
and
where you
listened
went
to
wrong.
people on Reddit.
Listen, I don't
Yeah.
want to go to Reddit.
Right, at the end
Anyway,
of the jump, if you're Jason, you can immediately strike that foe with an unarmed attack, even if the foe is in midair.
Yep.
So you sort of leap through the air, and as you do, you bring up your claws, slashing at it, and
Wait,
with
off
it
guard?
being
Can you
off guard due to
Thank
Oh.
you, Mars.
well, so it was a stride up here because he still has to do that part,
Yep. I gliding from there and then jump.
then a leap from there.
Yep. That's how I did it.
All right, between off guard caused by Dumas's crit and the bless from Elise, that is exactly a hit.
Here comes the damage.
17 points of damage. Just before Dumas can act, just before he can strike her down, Grendel
Damn it.
swoops in and just in a flying maneuver slashes out her throat.
Yep.
The Werebulette collapses in a pile of blood and muscle. And as it perishes, as it breathes one last gargling breath, we end tonight's encounter.
Yay.
I'm feeling much better about this thing. However, we made adjustments last night after its abysmal performance. And so, I want to ask you guys, what did we think? Just general impressions, both concept and design, and do we need to change anything? Or did we get it right after our first pass through of it? Or a second pass through, I guess.
Yeah, second. Thought it's pretty good. I didn't get to test the things I wanted to do because I realized I just did normal barbarian stuff, but that's fine. But no, I think the test for this went fine. I don't think there's any abilities that I can trying to remember that we didn't do.
Yeah.
You did the leaping, you did the meteoric, the vaulting, the savage, the jaws. Yeah.
Yep. No,
Does
she
it have
did
any
use
else?
she did use everything.
Yeah.
I was wrong for some reason. These should have been adjusted, the saving throws, which we had looked at doing last night, but I forgot to save them.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, Decaf and Vorthus, you guys are pretty newly introduced to this. Like, Decaf and Blue have at least faced it. Or did I say? I think I said wrong names again. Shy and
You said
Vorthus.
Vorthus.
Wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Shy
gonna
and
wait a minute.
Vorthus, you're new to this creature. Decaf and Blue have at least faced it before.
4
Any
times now, technically.
thoughts on it?
Honestly,
I
go ahead.
go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly thought with some of the changes, especially the transformation upon initiative, that was a good change, I think.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that just kind of makes it like, kind of help the action economy a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it did allow you to kind of open up with the jaws from below and all that a little bit more easily.
Agreed.
I I definitely think it felt like a brute. Like it lasted longer because we gave it more HP. Which definitely I think we're gonna advantage as a brute. Cause when I think brute, I always think like high hit points. You know, somewhat easy to hit, so moderate-ish hit AC, but high hit points is almost always a thing for brute.
I was gonna say, I think you guys landed most of your strikes on it.
Yeah, I think we did. But it lasted what, 4 rounds?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yep. Lasted 4 rounds without the healer healing at this time.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I do worry because I will say, I think the concept and stuff, I enjoyed the concept last time just as much as I did today, and I think some of the abilities, especially, were more fun. I do think those were good adjustments for the abilities. I do worry, did we overtune for the damage though? Because I feel like for an easy encounter, it did a lot more damage than what
Well,
you
I
might
mean,
expect for one.
it did roll 2 natural 20s, which I think might contribute to part of that.
Mhm.
Let's see, you cast 2 heals and use the life connection.
Yeah.
What
is everyone at
107.
out of?
115.
Okay.
I'm at 63 out of 99, and that's with a heal that you did to me.
40 out of 50.
Okay.
I mean, one of those hits you got on me wasn't even a nat 20. It was just a good good hit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
like
Go
Go ahead.
Do we worry that would still maybe be a little too much?
I think
I
it's fine,
mean,
but I
yeah.
would like to hear what you guys think. I think that is a valid feeling. What about the rest of you?
The extreme to hit is always the potential worry because you
It's
did
only
get a
got a
lot
high
of
to hit.
crits. Yeah, sorry. The still high to hit is always a worry to anybody, but again, I think that just comes down to the end of the day of like, you got to be lucky, you can't be lucky, blah blah blah. Who knows what happens? I think every number so far has been fine, and at the end of the day, you kind of just have to rely on the game's chances for you to succeed or not.
Vorthus, Decaf, you think any numbers need adjusting?
I think the 2 hit and the damage seem fine to me. The addition of tearing on the jaws, like, I don't think that really impacted too much, but it's just a nice little flavor thing to add.
Well, it did cause Callie to go down.
It did. Oh, the bleed did. Interesting.
Yeah. Callie was at 1 HP after Jaws from Beneath followed by a meteoric slam.
And that is taking into consideration that we negated that the first hit was a crit. So I would have
Right.
gone down after the 2 hits and then still have bleed
Yeah.
on my character afterwards.
Right.
On the other
Okay.
hand, if we had just gone with the first roll, it wouldn't have even been able to do a meteoric slam on you.
Well, you only did 44 points of damage if it was a crit. I would have had 6 hit points for the meteoric slam follow-up.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. Well, what's your max HP again? Like 50 something?
She is at 50 on the dot.
50 on it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you have to account for the fact that like that's for an easy encounter that's technically higher than other characters who might not have con lower than her level. Like that is something to take into account.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would know. Imagine Ash at level 5 going up against this thing, level 6 going against this thing. She'd
Yeah,
go
I
down
know.
in a hit.
I
I don't
know.
want
Like,
to decrease
it's something to take into account.
damage, but if you guys want
I'm
to
just
decrease the attack
curiosity.
bonus, I'd be fine with that. With the idea of it being sort of compensated with honestly a lot of mobility that might not usually be on a brute.
You know, that's a fair point. So it's currently high to hit, right?
Currently high to hit would go down to an 18 for a moderate to hit. Here, I'll share it with you guys again if you want to be able
I
to
have
look at it yourselves.
a curiosity, depending whether or not we do adjust a number on the to hit. The potential of Jaws from beneath and leaping charge also could be pretty brutal in its own right.
Mm-hmm.
3 strikes
Do you want me to add?
potentially.
I could add flourish to leaping charge.
That's exactly what I was about to suggest, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you add that, like,
Mostly because if something were to Jaws from beneath on one target and then immediately leaping charge towards someone else, getting 2 strikes in,
Yep.
both at a
2.
minus potentially only 4,
Yeah.
that would be pretty brutal,
well, hold on.
especially at like
So
level 7.
would flourish prevent it from doing that? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
You can only
okay.
use one flourish action
Because
per
Jaws
turn.
also has flourish.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like that. You can't use the same action.
Nope. It is only one flourish.
Nope. Flourish specifically prevents. Yep.
Other flourish
It's
actions.
1 flourish per turn, period.
Okay. If that's the case, yeah, I agree. I'd say giving leaping charge flourish just to prevent it from comboing with Jaws from beneath.
I know that especially because of how many times I've played the monk, so I feel you, don't worry. I have played it consistently.
All right. Do we still think decrease attacks?
I think the flourish from that helps. Specifically. I would not want to add flourish or anything else to anything else, just
I will say
because
one
part
of
of the
the
idea behind Jaws
reasons.
from Beneath to be or slam.
Yeah. One of the reasons I'm fine with decreasing it to moderate is because this thing between stuff like leaping charge and, as we saw with Jaws from Beneath, excels at getting onto like the back line. The like squishy casters and stuff. Because like Dumas,
That's true.
you and Grendel were effectively kind of like a wall there for it. But because
Yeah.
it could just burrow beneath the earth, that didn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. You know, when you put it like that, I agree. I think you should probably reduce it to moderate.
Okay.
To keep the damage high, moderate to hit, you're probably fine.
Yeah, the moderate's probably very good for the idea that who knows how intelligent DM might play the character.
Might play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should play it to like its strengths, you know.
Exactly.
It does still have an intelligence of +1. It isn't completely stupid. It's just not as smart as you guys.
If it's
Well,
with a
not
+1
exactly
intelligence, it can
intelligent.
look at the enemy and be like, "Oh, that one healed."
Yeah, exactly. BB not attacking Elise earlier was partially because I healed it yesterday. I feel like. Otherwise, if it were me and I had seen that this tiny little girl on a horse healed all of the damage that I just did to this person in the ground, I'd be like, "Who the do you think you are?" Like,
what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of
at least
had
if
it
I had the
lashing.
intelligence to.
I kind of had it lashing out against people that really hurt it. So it got crit, and so it turned its attention on those people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then it did just do that initial strike on Callie, because like, let's get back there and mess up some of the people. Some of these softer targets.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, are there any adjustments that you think need to be made, or are we good to ship?
Seems Gucci.
I think since I was the one who initially put it out, I'll add that. Yeah, I think that's good. Specifically, the change to the attack and the addition of flourish on leaping charge. I think that should be enough. I would hate to add any more anyways, but I do think that's enough as is.
All right, if that is the case, thank you to everybody who came out for this stream. You're not going to catch the original stream that we did of the Werebulette, because I thought I expunged it. I hope I did. We'll find out. If you came out to watch this on stream, thank you for coming out. If you are watching this in the future on YouTube, thank you. We do these every Saturday, or just about every Saturday. So we'll be back next week with a new monster. So hopefully we'll see you then. And until then, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Aw.